Another deal I got in the Thanksgiving leftover sale, and I've actually been looking at this game for a while. I like city settlement builders and engine building type games, and this just really interested me. So let's take a look at it. Nice, right here on the cover. Contents, like that. Next page, table setup, and then each player setup. First game, I like it. So far, that looks good. Everything looks clean. Lots of examples. There's some sample turns. So, yeah. I do know the basics of the game, so that looks well laid out. Since this is so long, it feels a little flimsy, but it's not bad. It's a good thickness. Don't know if you can see that. Everything looks legible. There we go. That will go there so you'll know which cards are where. Let's take a look at some of the cards. So be careful opening your cards. They are tight with the film. Nice. Not super thin, not super thick. Just fine. So looks like you have two different sides. Like an upgraded side. Guest quarters. These cards will lay in front of you. Like you buy them, you lay it, you won't really shuffle. So this shouldn't be too much of a problem. And on this side, it's got more of a gray border. So I don't see it being a problem. But the cards look fine. They look, you can see this has a yellowish tint, a purplish gray, and then an orangish. So even from a distance you can distinguish. Looks like 3 equal die faces, 5 equal die faces, I guess 3 of anything, 4 6s and 2 3s. So even from that distance the camera is picking it up pretty well. So yeah, everything seems legible. Simple little player tokens. I do like that they at least made them a little bit chunkier than some other games. They're a little easier to grab. And I do not know about the red and green. It's a common reference I make. Had a student in school, didn't know he was colorblind until we started doing graphs of linear inequalities, and I used red and green for 2 of the lines, and he couldn't tell the difference. These are nice. They're just a little smaller than like what you would consider a normal die size, but they feel good. They're polished smooth. The corners are rounded. They feel good. They're not that weird plastic, and they're not wood, so they're like a normal die feel to it. Just a little bit smaller, and then you have the clear ones. Ooh, and those feel cool. These are not as slick feeling. Tokens seem to punch out fine. As you see, everything fits fine. I went ahead and separated the dice just to kind of help distribute the weight some. Here's your score track. Just Slide that in there if it'll go. Reference guide. They even have a couple of turn reference cards, and there's a spot for those. And then each player's starting cards are color coded with bars, and there's a place to put those. Everything fits fine, looks good. The only problem is there's 2 reference cards, and then there's like 4 of everything. And you can see the insert's great for them, but they are kind of loose. And then you have this. So this will have to find a spot on my flat vertical rise shelf so that nothing spills out. I don't want to set it up on its side. But there you go. That is a look at Colony and what you get for what you pay.